The Acting Premier said there are three new locally acquired cases in Victoria that were diagnosed yesterday. All were primary close contacts of previously identified positive cases, and all were quarantining and in isolation for their entire infectious period, so there are no new exposure sites or public exposures related to those cases. One is a child of a previously identified case in Whittlesea. One is a staff member from the Port Melbourne workplace, and as the facility announced yesterday, one person is a person in their 90s who is a resident at Arcare Maidstone. And that brings the number of cases that are linked to that facility to five, four within the facility. As always, our thoughts are with the Arcare community. We've great faith in the Arcare management and the Western Public Health Unit who are helping the facility manage this outbreak and to protect residents and staff. Just briefly on a number of key settings, there were two confirmed cases who attend the North Melbourne Primary School. They're not yet transmissions there, but there are, as you'd understand, a number of close contacts at North Melbourne Primary. That's 243 Tier 1 and 90 Tier 2 contacts identified among both staff and students there. There's testing that's underway, and there's a designated testing lane at the Melbourne Showgrounds today for that group. In terms of Bendigo, we're pleased with the strong testing response in Bendigo after the wastewater detection there, and I can advise that we will be continuing to test known primary close contacts to make sure that they haven't turned into cases in that region today. Pleasingly, the repeat testing from all of the Bendigo catchment wastewater samples are negative, but we still encourage people who are in the Bendigo area with even the mildest of symptoms to come forward for testing. The Acting Premier spoke to record testing numbers. There were 57,519 tests processed. That's a record for Victoria. And thankfully, pleasingly, 85% of those were turned around within 24 hours, and over 98% by the end of the next day. We're revising the vaccination total based on updated information to 23,192, and that's going to be reflected in our cumulative total. So combined with, these are the state clinics, and combined with GP and other clinics, more than 50,000 Victorians got their vaccines yesterday. At the state clinics, 6,226 were healthcare workers, aged care workers and disability care workers as part of our push to get those groups vaccinated as quickly as possible. All the sites were very busy, and you'll understand that there was a wait, and there are active diversions in place to nearby centres to try and share that load. So my message for Victorians is, if you've been out and about, particularly before the lockdown, please check the website to make sure that nowhere that you've been is either a Tier 1 or Tier 2 site, and follow those instructions if you have. If you're at all unwell, please get a test, and don't wait. Every day is critical for our contact tracers. If you're over 40, get a vaccine, or if you're in any other eligible group, get a vaccine. And if you're an aged care or disability care worker, we've got a vaccine for you, and you'll get priority access if you walk up to any of our state clinics.